the hell he gives us, Miss Eden?
Excuse me? This is the
You don't have a women's lavatory on the second floor because no women get this far up. Don't have a women's lavatory. I can't go to it, can I?
You say there is a disparity in pay based on sex.
The male wire cutters in the Rover factory a mile and a half down the road are paid 10 shillings a week more than the female wire cutters here.
Different factories, different rights.
But both factories are owned by you, Mr. Shelby. Not in your own name, of course. In the name of Anna House Holdings. You own the Lanchester Car and Van Factory in the name of Tilton Company Limited. The Billings Machine Tools factories at Haymills and Greet in the name of Stetchford Engineering. The Bilston Forgings and Presses factory in the name of Canalside and the Canal Warehousing in Gas Street. Saltley and Cadbury in the name of Shelby Company Limited. Also 255 streets of back-to-back houses.
Very good. Very good. So this isn't about women and men. It's about me, eh?
Tommy Shelby. OBE. No, it's not about you. It's about disparities. It's about 10 shillings a week for working mothers so they can buy shoes for the kids.
How would I choose myself?
So now you deny others?
And barefoot I grew up mean.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, you know everything.
Your turn of phrase.
It's unacceptable.
You grew up mean, you say. Threat in there, I think, somewhere.
No threats.
The whole of Birmingham knows you, Mr. Shelby.
Sweetheart. Whatever you've heard. I don't need to make threats.
My comrade, brothers and sisters.
Your brothers and sisters. All right, listen. I will conduct myself as a businessman.
Who says sweetheart?
You say there is a 10 shilling disparity between male and female cutters in two of my factories. Very well. I will increase the pay of the female cutters in this factory by 5 shillings. And I will cut the pay of the male cutters in the Rover by 5 shillings. Thereby achieving your sacred fucking parity. And I will tell the men with families to feed whose idea it was to cut their pay.
You do that. I will bring all my members out on strike.
Oh, yeah? The week after Christmas, you think so? You know, everything you've said here today, and the fact that we're having this meeting today, tells me that you are a woman without a family.
And everything I hear about you tells me you're a man without a family as well. My comrade brothers and sisters are not afraid of you, Mr. Shelby. I will call an extraordinary meeting of my executive committee as soon as Boxing Day. You will hear the whistles blow all across Birmingham.
I've heard lots of whistles blow, sweetheart.
Mr. Shelby's on his way.
Fight in the workshop?
No. No, just a bit of sport. Do you want some more tea?
No, what kind of sport?
Sport between men, Mrs. Eden.
Actually, I'm Miss Eden.
Be patient. A good man will come.
Mr. Shelby, I understand you've had a bereavement.
I'm here to talk business.
And I'll be blunt.
As will I.
What you're doing here is robbery.
Every man is free to leave.
You cut 5 shillings from the weekly wage.
Mm-hmm. And you said if I did that, you'd bring every man and woman in all my factories out on strike.
Yes.
Do you have a whistle? If so, blow it.
I thought at least we might have a discussion, as I do with other owners.
I'm not other owners.
No. You believe because coal is expensive and it's been a cold winter, and because wages have been cut over the past 12 months, you think because of all that, nobody will walk out on strike. Because no one can afford to. And until recently, that would have been true. But something has changed this past year. Cold wind from the east. People are not afraid anymore.
I have it on very good authority that the Bolsheviks couldn't organize a fucking picnic.
You know, Mr. Shelby, it's almost as if you want trouble.
If the rule of law in Birmingham were to break down during this period of turmoil for my family, then yes, that would indeed have its benefits. For reasons you could not understand.
I've heard rumours. Sport between men.
Just blow your fucking whistle, eh?
I'm not happy about moving this meet into licensed premises.
Saves your union the train fare. You hate London anyway.
We're looking for popular speakers for our upcoming rally. You are making quite a name for yourself in the Commons.
Betty, what are you drinking?
Water.
Bottle of champagne, Betty.
You'll drink it on your own.
That's the idea. Shall we sit down, Miss Eden? Revolution.
So, how is life as a socialist?
It's glass. The bubbles. They rise to the top. Each bubble has the same chance to rise.
That is a very peculiar form of socialism.
And this bottle, once the cork comes out, can't get it back in. Need to finish what you started. It's cleverness, that's all.
So you're playing at this?
People can be turned around. Even your people.
My people.
For them, it's just the same. Communism, fascism. For most people, it's an apple and an apple.
Fascism is the subject of the rally. I want you to speak against it.
In answer to your question, I cannot address your rally because it's not part of the current strategy.
Are you okay, Thomas?
I'm a man to carry a home.
I knew we should not have had this meeting on licensed premises.
Happy or sad, Thomas? I warn you. I'll break your heart.
This talk of national austerity, this talk of tightening our belts must be met with resolute certainty. We will not accept any cuts in pay. We will not accept working longer hours for the same wage. Shoulder to shoulder with the coal miners, dock workers, railway men and steel workers, we will stand united through the storm that is surely coming to our city. Jessie Eden?
Yes?
I'd like to buy you a drink.
I'm afraid the pubs around here don't allow unaccompanied female drinkers.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
I know you from somewhere.
I'm Ada Thorne. Formerly Shelby. I've a settlement proposition that my brother's too arrogant and proud to offer you in person.
Sorry, ladies, we don't...
Don't what?
It's all right. I'm sorry, I didn't...
What are you drinking, ladies? That's what you're supposed to say.
Yes. Sorry. What are you drinking?
Beer, pint.
And a whiskey on ice.
I'm afraid we don't have ice.
Next time, make sure you have ice. This pub's come to our attention for its lack of ice. There's more than one way to achieve equality.
Before you begin to congratulate yourself, not impressed with your power to terrify people.
Whereas I am impressed by your ability to stand up in front of an audience and speak. I was never able to do it.
I've heard people talk about you. You used to advocate armed revolution.
Shelby Company Limited is prepared to offer parity for male and female workers across all the factories in our ownership and withdraw the pay cut for men.
In return for what?
In return for something very unusual, but very typical of my brother.
What does he want?
To sit down with you and talk.
If he withdraws his pay cut, we've no need to talk.
He wants to talk about socialism and revolution.
Dear God, he's serious.
My brother's a bookmaker. Bookmakers hedge their bets. Sometimes long shots come in.
And because we emptied his buses today, he thinks we are among the runners and riders.
Beneath it all, my brother's a very rational man.
And beneath all what? You mean beneath the beatings, the cuttings, the shootings, the murders?
Yeah, beneath all that.
Tell your brother that when we take power, all means of production will be owned by the workers. Essential industries will be taken into state control. Birmingham Town Hall is a rather beautiful building and we plan to preserve it. What else does he need to know? It's going to happen. Aren't you a bit sorry you jumped ship too soon?
He wants to take you for dinner.
I really have nothing to wear.
You'd need to wear boots. He's suggesting dinner in a scrap metal yard. Said you'd appreciate the sentiment. If you don't show up, the offer of parity is withdrawn.
This is not how you conduct union business.
We must all make personal sacrifices for the good of the good old cause, right?
Other way round.
Well, they want music, Charlie. We have that gramophone we found abandoned inside that gentleman's car.
No, they don't. Tommy said they're here to talk. Charlie, Curly, this is Jessie Eden. Jessie, this is my Uncle Charlie and my... whatever Curly is.
This is actually lovely.
We were just wondering if you'd like some music.
No, we won't. Actually, Jessie likes music.
Don't go to any trouble.
No, Curly, go to some trouble. Go on, then. Right.
Don't I get a choice?
Want an opinion? Try it.
Don't really drink gin.
Then you're perfect. My gin is for women that don't really drink gin.
Your gin.
Let's drink to something. You choose.
To the revolution.
Why not?
To the revolution.
Revolution. Right, well, since I invited you for dinner, I thought I'd cook. These two beauties were shot this morning by a poacher friend of mine at Lord Packwood's estate. I thought you'd like that. These here. These were stolen from under his trees.
Mr. Shelby, I came to talk business.
Yes. So did I. Wage cuts withdrawn. Parity between men and women guaranteed. You can instruct your members to return to work tomorrow.
And all I have to do in return is tell you everything I know about socialism. That's what your sister said.
They don't like your gin.
It's okay.
It's okay.
What do you want to know about the cause?
I'm approaching the current political crisis as I would approach a horse race. Assessing the runners and the riders. Now, the favourite is, of course, the King's Horse. But the King's Horse was also the favourite in 1913, when Emily Davison threw herself in front of it.
You know the name suffragettes? I'm impressed.
Everyone laughed at him at first, but now look. Women with serious faces everywhere. When I study a horse race, I study form. And now the other horse, the one that wants to beat the King's Horse. Let's call her dangerous, shall we? She's no form. That's what makes her so dangerous.
Russia. Isn't that form?
The Russians aren't like the English. We're beer. They're petrol. So I invited you here for dinner. Because you know people. People that want to make this fight real. With guns and ammunition. So before I place a bet on who's gonna win, I need to know how strong they are. How serious they are.
Your concern is that if the unthinkable happened, you would find yourself on the wrong side of the barricades.
Well, as you can see, my natural side of the barricades is the same as yours, and as you know, I once believed.
But the war changed you.
Yeah.
Man I love couldn't speak when he got back. Not one word.
I've said very few true words since.
Men who blew the whistles in France are our enemy.
And you count yourself among those who want a real fight?
I do.
Well.
Yes. Not just in my dreams, in the day now.
And you're not alone.
I am not alone.
Well.
I've researched you. We have researched you. You've never been a friend to the government. They've used you. And I imagine you have found out already that no amount of money allows you to pass through the steel sheets that separate class from class.
Yes. Yes, that I have learnt.
Men like you would terrify them. I'm betting them what they do.
Would I change the odds, do you think?
It's all wound up, Tom. You just put the needle on and let us see. And there are some popular records, mostly romantic.
Thank you, girlie. It's nearly ready. Let's eat before we dance, shall we?
So we're going to dance?
I think so. Swear to God. Swear to God. She gave me sixpence. She sends me to the shop. Margarine, eggs and bread. And I came back.
With a top hat and a coconut.
And that was all the money we had for the whole fucking week. And my mum beat me with a fucking frying pan.
Why the hell did you buy a top hat and a coconut?
Because I thought she deserved it. I thought we all did. And I could never understand why people like us only had bread and fucking lard. And I wanted to be different. That's what I wanted.
And you are?
Well,
When I showed you that photo of Greta Drossi, your face changed.
she wanted everything to be different. The whole world.
As do I.
Should we have some more music?
You were married, but she was killed.
Barbara Blackbird reminds you of your sweetheart, eh?
Yes.
Right, fast or slow?
Let's be slow. I should just sit, I'm drunk.
Come on.
Will you help us, Tommy? Soon.
Arrange a meeting with the appropriate people. Then I'll be there.